The American Dream. We hear and see these words written on TV shows and political campaigns. There are many dreams out there that people have, but one of the biggest dreams that people often talk about and are hope for is to own their own successful business. Anyone can start a new business, but to be a lucrative business thriving in a competitive world, well, that is a whole other matter. Imagine wanting to open a business that you have no experience in and being successful at that business. How would one make this happen? With the world at our fingertips, speaking of course about the World Wide Web, there is a way to tap into this resource and have a profitable business, experienced or not. This resource, used to the right capacity, can have anyone living their American dream. One such company has stepped up to the challenge and used the resources online to drive customers to their business. In the case study, Funeral Home Resource, web marketing strategy delivers results. A funeral director, who by the way never actually owned a funeral home before, will use web marketing as a resource to have a strong presence in the very competitive world of funeral homes. Savio Funeral Home, located in Margate, Florida, is owned by Bill Savio. The funeral home took over an old Italian storefront in May 2010 and is about a mile away from a well-established funeral home that has been in the community since 1952. Mr. Savio, overwhelmed with his concerns, such as a new funeral home with no name recognition, no existing clients or referrals, and in a highly competitive area, throw in never owning a funeral home before, and you have got a recipe for what some might deem a business doomed to fail. Starting a new business can create challenges. However, the problem that Savio Funeral Home and Cremation Services faced was being a brand new provider in an industry with trusted and well-established providers. Most funeral homes have been passed down through generations and have decades of community recognition would give any new establishment owner anxiety. But this case study will explain that the many questions to Mr. Savio's brand creation roadblock can be cleared away with the right strategy. It will reveal how Funeral Home Resource helped their clients solve his dilemma and become a thriving business in his community. Mr. Savio, the owner, reached out to a business called Funeral Home Resource to get assistance with his branding needs. They decided that while Mr. Savio had a wonderful location, he needed to have a strong and impressive web presence. Since nowadays people lean towards searching on the web before committing to a service, a notable website would be the start to the web marketing strategy that they would put the Savio Funeral Home on the map. The three-part strategy that was presented to the owner was a perfect balance of building the website, online advertising, and search engine optimization. Funeral Home Resource began the website build by paying special attention to the look and feel of the website by reflecting the beauty, natural, and true beauty of Florida. Designing a website is critical, and especially in such a competitive market, and they wanted the Savio Funeral Home website to stand apart from the rest. One main reason that design is so critical is because the internet is the number one source of business, including referrals, and according to the case study for web marketing, delivers results. Google looks for specific website design elements and determining page rank called a bounce rate. Google rewards sites with a low bounce rate that watch how quickly an internet person goes from search results back to Google to look for more results. With this process in mind, Funeral Home Resource utilized the latest search engine code specifically for keywords that would drive the most at-need and pre-need traffic. They not only used the coding to help drive the customers, but created a layout for optimal use called conversion. The layout was designed to keep users from leaving the site too quickly and to draw them in to stay longer. The final step in the three-part strategy was to add a premium directory listing as an online advertising component, which also ranks high with Google searches. The results after testing, the users found that Savio's Funeral Home had a user-friendly website with attractive pictures, tender online tributes to the deceased, and compelling writing. The website searches then turned into phone calls, and eventually the Savio Funeral Home achieved its goal of being known in the funeral home industry. According to the Funeral Home Resource case study, within 6 months the Savio Funeral Home appeared #1 in Google searches and is on track to have over 250 new family calls in their first year of business, and the website is converting online traffic to potential customers with funeral home resources assistance. Mr. Savio understood the necessity and impact a strong website presence can have on a business. To quote Mr. Savio, as an entrepreneur that is setting up a business in a competitive industry, having a website that not only received visitors but also caused them to choose us over the competition was crucial. Funeral Home Resource has not only built a beautiful website, but more importantly has built us a site that has literally placed us above our established competitors and has resulted in our success. One additional result to take away from this case study is that investigating in the high resources and an outstanding web marketing strategy, living the American dream of owning a successful business is easier than ever before. Thank you.